Welcome to the making of a DM. Time optimization. How to get more accomplished in a day than most do in a week. More importantly, how to reduce stress, how to increase profits, and how to have more fun on the journey of life. So with that said, let's get started.
I'm more Kevin's I'm more Kevin's DM. I'm here to help and teach him what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question more Kevin's when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where
Hey there, it's your boy Mark Evans, DM. Coming to you live from the treehouse. A little rainy. Pretty much all the leaves are gone. A little overcast. Teachers downstairs with Mark in the classroom. And Drea. Dina's doing yoga. And I'm talking to you. I got something super special to share with you today. I genuinely know if you listen to this show, you're going to get a lot of information. More importantly, you're going to get a lot of clarity on how to get more out of your day. And as you know, we all have a million things going on, but that doesn't mean all these million things are productive necessarily. Before I get started today, I want to say thank you so much. Last week's show, I believe, was the most downloaded show ever. It really struck a chord. So if you've not listened to last week's show, please listen. Tons of people are messaging us and sharing it on social media. Many are leaving 5-star reviews. So thank you so much for sharing that information and just letting the world know that we're out here to help and get results. And that's what life is about. I'm excited for this show. Like I said, it's something I did recently. I do it often, at least once a quarter, if not once a month, depending on the situation. But what I do, and what I like to call this, by the way, today, ideally you have a pen and paper with you and your cell phone. You're probably listening to me on your cell phone because I'm going to give you exactly some direct action steps to take to see immediate results. I don't know about you, but do you ever feel like you're working your ass off, your fingers to the bone, and yet you look up 12 months later, 3 weeks later, 3 hours later, and you're like, what did I just do? Nothing happened. Nothing to show for it. Well, I just got off a call with one of my clients, and he's a pretty big-time guy client. He's got a lot of cool stuff going on in his life and business, but he's frustrated. He's overwhelmed. He's got massive anxiety going on. And what I do immediately is I ask them these questions when I'm talking to him. So the first thing is what is the desired outcome you're seeking? He's like, dude, if I could get my sales to 500 grand a month from 300,000 a month, it would change the game. It'd give me economies of scale. I could do X, Y, Z and all that. I'm like, cool. So we got to go from 300 to 500,000. That's doable. Now tell me, what's your day look like? And then this is where everyone gets massively offensive. I'm not trying to figure, I know you're working. It's not that. We're all working. But what are we working on, right? Some people are working on lots of stuff and don't have much to show for it. So I start asking them and drilling down deeper. Like, yo, man, what's your day look like? Well, I'm doing this, that, and this, and this, and this. I'm like, cool. How does that equate to sales? Because his problem is sales. His problem is not making better features on the fucking app. It's making sales. But he's an app kind of thought process engineer style guy, right? So he hunkers down. He's burning the midnight oil. His wife's about to leave him. He forgets his kids' names. He's not going to their birthday parties because he's working on building this company for his family, his legacy, he says. By the way, that's all a lie. We all do that to ourselves to give us a reason to stay in the dungeon and get shit done, right? If you're doing this for your family, I want you to take a hard look at your time auditing sheet. Yes, you're going to audit your bullshit. Yes, you. And that's what I told him. I'm like, dude, we need to audit this Because everything you just said is, one, you're full of shit. You're not as busy as you say you are. And you're just doing stuff to make you feel like you're progressing to where you're trying to get to. See, what served you to get you to where you're at might be the same exact fucking thing that takes you down for where you're trying to go. Yes, we have to work. Yes, we have to do all these cool pieces in the beginning. But he's at $300,000 a month now, making net 6 figures a month. And I'm asking very direct questions because now we're in the big boy league. And this goes for everybody at every level, by the way. But this is where I fluttered when I started making 7 figures a month in business. Our company started growing. I did not stop and look at my time and re-engineer my time. You guys all see me wakey, 444 and all that shit, which is awesome. But you got to understand, I was doing that fucking 12 years before I ever talked about it. Actually, probably 22 years, right? It's not a cool thing. It's what I do. And sometimes I got to audit that. Why? Because I had children. Children don't sleep. So my ass ain't getting up at 4:44. I'm probably going to bed at 4:44, right? Sleeping for a couple hours. Re-engineering my time to accomplish what I'm seeking at that time, in that moment. See, we're all in different seasons of our life, in our business, in the game of the game in general. So we need to start looking at this and re-engineering our time to serve us instead of us serving time. Because it does truly feel like you're being sentenced to life in prison, that you've created this shit, where you're busting your ass and the numbers in the bank account are going down, not going up. It's very frustrating. It's very overwhelming. And you want to talk about anxiety attacks and dry heaving moments. I get it. I've done it many, many, many times. And my goal here at the Making of a DM is to give you real insight and practical guides to mentor you for free. That's why most people won't take this information, do anything with this, because it's free. But I'm doing it because I think that one guy, that one girl that wants to have a better life will actually take this and do something with it. But as I'm talking to this guy, he's telling me, I'm like, dude, when do you get up? He tells me 8 a.m. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, 8 a.m. Like, geez, that's like lunchtime for me. But okay, I hear you. We're all different. I get it. Then he says this. Then he's doing this. I'm like, so it's 6 p.m. and how many sales calls have you made? How many sales videos have you made? How many introductions have you reached out to people to connect with them? Well, man, that means none, motherfucker. That means 0. So let me get this right. You're complaining about not making sales, but you're not doing any of the actions to create sales. I got to be honest with you. I'm not that smart, but I know if you don't do the action, the result will never come. This sounds absolutely absurd to say it out loud, but you and I both know we've all been there and done that. Some of you might be doing it right now. I remember a guy, Jeremy, and I've talked about this before. He paid me $15,000. This is back in 2006 to teach him real estate. That's when I was charging way too little because shit works. I know how to do the game. And he hit me up. He's like, man, this ain't working. It's not blah, blah, blah. I'm like, how many people did you call? And it's like a handful of people. I was like, dude, listen, straight up, don't fucking call me back until you call 200 people. You understand? Click. See, the thing is people aren't willing to do the work typically. Thank God Jeremy did the work. Him and I are still doing stuff together. We've made millions of dollars together over the years to this day because he's willing to do the work. There's no shortcut to the action. There's no shortcut to getting abs in the gym. There's no shortcut to growing a business to $1 million plus a month. It's the actions. So when I'm talking to people, my first thing is, okay, I know what outcome you're seeking, but let's look deep dive into your time on asking yourself, what actions are you taking? Because by the way, There's nothing in the last 7 days that you've talked to a sales manager, talked to a sales organization to maybe sell your product for you, talk to anybody to take the offer. I mean, fuck, people don't just walk up to you on the street. By the way, you're not even on the street, you're in your dungeon. They don't walk up to your place and say, hey, I'm here to give you money because you've been working really hard behind the scenes and no one knows you, but I do, and I just want to pay you. That's not how it works. If you want sales, you have to have mechanisms to sell this shit. And you better be focused on it, because if you're not, you'll get wiped out. This message I'm talking to you has never been more timely than right now at this very moment. The world's going to look way different 6 months from now. I promise you that. I've been in the game since 96. I saw what happened in 06, and I can guarantee you, many people listening to my voice will be wiped out. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. I want to give you real insight to thought auditing, the time audit here. Like I said, you feel frustrated. You feel overwhelmed. Dude, no one's buying. This ain't working. It's not selling. What's going on? What are you doing to sell it? Who are you talking to? What assets are you creating to get on social media, go to one to many, right? And I'll tell you exactly what I told this guy. He has a very powerful business, helps real people make a lot more money. I know it. He knows it, but very few people in the audience knows it because he's not telling anybody. So I was like, dude, you have to share an hour video once a week on what you know, because no one knows what the fuck you know. I know you and I don't know what you know, right? He's kind of that real smart, nerdy guy in a good way. And I'm like, and again, he goes straight to defense. Well, dude, I ain't got time for that shit. I'm building this out. It's going to be big, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, dude, you can say what you want. And by the way, this guy pays $50,000 a year. So he's paying a different type of attention. Picture the people like right here listening to my voice that pay zero. They're definitely not going to take action on what I'm sharing with them. This guy's paying $50,000 a year to make these moves, and he's investing in himself. And I'm telling him, guys, we all do this at all levels, but that's where I'm going with this. We do this all up. We fight our ego. We know the answer deep down inside. What we need to do. We all do. But when you're paying someone $50,000, that's a 20-minute conversation max with him, and I'm telling him exactly what to do, he's fighting it. I could spend that hour talking to someone. Okay, cool. How many people did you talk to sell? That's not the fucking point. Motherfucker, that is the point. Why am I on this phone with you right now? You need sales. You know it, and I know it. You're spending zero hours a week. And you're telling me you're working 80 hours a week and nothing's working. Well, there's probably lots working. But there's just 1 hour in those 80 hours a week. I want you to take time and create one video a week and just share with the world what you know. And give a call to action at the end. Like, by the way, if this video helped you in any way, shape, or form, and you'd love to connect and learn more about what we do and how we can help you grow your business, blah, 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 click here. That will be seen thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of times because it's a very valuable video. By the way, he's educating. You don't have to sell. You just need to be in front of more people. It reminds me of these guys that are like, dude, no one's selling their house right now. Okay, how many offers did you make? Well, that's not the point, man. Motherfucker, it is the point. If you don't make offers, you can't buy houses, period. It's real simple. Dude, my business ain't growing. No one's buying. Cool. How much are you spending on marketing? How many opt-ins did you get? How many prospects did you get? And how many conversations to close a deal did you get? 0, 0, 0, 0. How the fuck do you think it's going to work then? The only thing not working is you. This is not rocket science. It's not. So I want you to time audit. Here's how you do it. Grab your pen, grab your piece of paper. This is very important. And it's so simple. I want you to grab your phone and go to your last 100 calls. I want you to just scroll down. Dad, Ryan, Jeremy, Nate, Brock, Beacon, Kim, blah, 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 blah. And then put all their names and then numbers. Like talk to Kim 17 times in the last 100 calls. Talk to Brock, boom, 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 whatever. And then I want you to do 3 columns. The who, which you've already done. How much time you spend on the phone with them. 10 minutes, 3 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And then the outcome. What was the outcome? Oh, we had a hiring issue. We had a firing issue. We had a solve issue. We had a sales issue. We had a sell. Like, for example, mine might say, Dad, 7 minutes. It makes me smile. I'm happy. I talk to my dad every morning, my mom and dad every morning. Every morning. I call my parents 7 days a week, pretty much every day of the year. Hey, Dad, what's up? Because I know one day that phone will not be answered. It might be me not answering it, but I call my dad, talk to him 5 to 7 minutes, pretty much daily. Next call, Adam, 32 minutes. Quick marketing update, and then we went off on tangents. Sound familiar? You call for a specific thing for 3 minutes, 30 minutes later, you're still talking about whatever. It's exciting. It's fun. Gets you going. Gets the juices flowing. But then what? Assistant, 10 minutes. Lots of topics. Really, the solve was just more of an update. Okay? And then what I want you to do is assign each one of these. $sign means you made money. Question mark. Look how to eliminate. An X. Closed it out. Right? Solved the problem. Next. See, there's 3 levels of communication that I like. Text, email, and calls. And I know some of you guys like, Telegram and all these other fucking environments. But like each platform has different situations, different expectations. If I call you ever, I'm not calling to fucking chit chat. I promise you that. I'm calling to connect, to help, to close out. Period. I don't have time to chit chat. Right? If I email you, typically within 24 hours and less than the subject line says urgent, do ASAP. If you're on my team or my spouse, you know this. But within 24 hours, respect, or sooner, reply back, unless otherwise noted in the subject line. Text. Text is pretty fluid and liquid, like it just flows. Hey, Kim, you got 5 minutes? Boom. Yes or no? It's real simple. And I'm not saying 5 minutes to talk, but I need your attention for 5 minutes. Because I'm going to ask some specific questions I need answers to. It's kind of what I'm thinking, right? And that's just going to be bullet point. Where are we at the shirts? Where are we at the location? Did we get the professional to come in? Boom, 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 boom. Or I might just say, update on event. Or update on deal. Update on PA deal. Update on Ohio deal. Update on no, whatever, right? Whatever we're working on. And she knows how to respond back. Quick update. I don't want to hear about all the fucking things. I don't care. I want the answer. Well, Mark, I called Nancy and Nancy didn't call back. So I left her a message. And then the message, I told her to call me back really quickly. And that was 3 days ago. So I've emailed her, called her, and texted her. Next, I don't know. I'm probably have to jump in the car and go see her. But dude, I don't want to hear any of that shit. I don't care. nor would I talk to you like that. Time is your most valuable asset, and people are fucking burning it to the ground every second. Right? So again, you got the who, the amount of time, and the outcome. And then what happened on the outcome? $, question mark, eliminate, X closed out. So for example, when I say eliminate, when I talked to Kim for 10 minutes, we talked about updates. I can fucking get an email on an update. I don't need to talk to you about an update unless there's stuff we have to solve on the update, right? So send an email, because as you know, and I know, it's not just an update. There's other it's just small talk. Guys, we're all busy. Respect. Because if you talk to me for 10 minutes, that's 10 minutes less you could talk to a client to help them get results, right? That's 10 minutes less I have time to spend with my kids. That's 10 minutes less I have time to spend on a better funnel. It's 10 minutes I have left to search and see about getting someone a gift or something. Like, I'm not saying to shut everyone off, by the way. I'm saying be aware of where you're at in the journey and ask yourself, what's my biggest problem right now in my business? 98% of you listen to me as sales is your biggest fucking problem. I guarantee it. Well, I need to hire someone, but I don't have money. Yeah, if you fucking sold, you'd have money to solve the problem, and then you make more money, and you solve more problems, and you make more money, you solve more. Like, that's how it works. Then I'd ask you, how much time are you genuinely investing on your sales piece of your company? Most of you are avoiding it because it's uncomfortable for you. Most of you are avoiding it, or maybe just delusional about it, that people are just going to fucking come running down the road because you've created the next best whiz-bang thing. You have to constantly be in front of your audience. Relentlessly communicate and connect with them. Connect YouTube. Connect social media. Connect running ads. Connect sending emails. Connect sending texts. Connect getting on the phone and fucking converting them. Conversate. What's going on? To be honest with you, I miss the beginning days of entrepreneurship. I miss being in the trenches, sitting down, having a conversation with Nancy, and truly understanding what makes Nancy tick. Why are we here? What is the goal? What do you need help with? How can I help you? And what is the next step? To be honest with you, I don't need to ever make a sales call again in my life, but I will make many, because it's not a sell to me. I'm calling someone to assist and help them on their journey to expedite their results. Do you understand whatever product or service that you're selling? If you do not take this shit very serious and very proactively, do you understand someone else that might not be up to the par level you are take advantage of clients, while yet you sit around like complaining about you can't make money, that guy's making all the money, you don't understand? It's because he's doing the right work. He's not serving them the way you would, but he's selling. There's a lot of people out there way shittier than you that has very reckless in life and in business, getting in front of your customers and converting them before you do, because they're doing the sales cycle. You have to get serious about this, guys. This shit is a game changer. Your last 100 calls, your last 100 texts. I'm going to give you a bonus here. I don't know about you, but I'm an entrepreneur, and through and through. I mean, it's who I am. I don't know anything else. And sometimes if you have a spouse, it can get weird. It can get awkward because you're out and some guy walks up, yo, Evans, what's up, man? It's been forever. Boom, 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 whatever. And my wife looks at me like, who the fuck is that? After they leave, of course. And I'm like, oh, that's Steve. He used to do XYZ and did blah, blah, blah. And we bought this company and sold that company. And she's like, how have I never heard of this individual? Sounds crazy, but it happens often. Not just to me, to lots of entrepreneur people, because we're going 100 miles per hour. So what I do every morning, I started doing this again. I stopped doing it for a minute, started back up. I mean, it's a process, right? I don't know. Sometimes we do stuff we know. We stop doing stuff we know we should keep doing. So I send my wife an email in the morning. I always do something funny in the front. Today is like, hon, every time I see you, I don't get butterflies. It's so big. It's like the zoo or something, something silly like that, right? Make her laugh. And then I'm like, hey, here's my schedule today. And, boom, like, here's what I got. Boom, this. By the way, you're on it, the podcast show right now, right? You're listening, like you're part of this. So I told her I'm doing that. And then I give her some bullets like, hey, like just quick touch points. Like, hey, we need two new rollers in this room, do XYZ. Hey, can you get a new desk for that room? I'd really like to change that out. And, Drea and Mark look so cute at Halloween last night. It was so cute, blah, blah, blah. Hey, love you. Enjoy yoga today. And I'll talk to you tonight. And, oh, by the way, Brock's coming over to the house about the website, and he'll be here from 9 to 10 as well in the morning. Cool. Right. So when she sees Brock and I connect, she won't be like, who's that guy? She'll be like, oh, I saw him at the house. He must do stuff with you. Right. It's a great way to connect. It takes like 7 to 10 minutes to do that every morning to my wife. It's very simple. It's very powerful. Right. I do this with my teams. Every Sunday, Saturday or Sunday, I want a week of success email in my inbox when I wake up Monday morning. Where are you at with the company? What are the top 5 things you want to accomplish? And what are things you need help with? Like, we get all these emails, and 2 guys missed last week. So I messaged, I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you missing this? Well, man, I don't really understand. Like, again, they're procrastinating. They don't understand in their brain, they say, but they definitely understand the importance of it. And they get held accountable. So communication, opening up communication loops, connecting with people. One guy actually had a real excuse. He passed out and he was at the hospital. So cool, you get a pass on that one. Just don't let it happen again, right? So it gives me an insight to their brain. It gives me an insight to see where they're really struggling without them saying they're struggling. Because a lot of people don't come to you in my organization and say, Mark, I'm struggling. I need your help. I want to help you if you're putting honest effort into it. I do not want to help you if you're fucking lazy. Let's get that clear, right? But if you're really working it, progressing, and being like genuinely like for real, I'm down to help anybody that wants to help themselves. But it's a great bonus for you if you have a spouse or if you have companies. Like I have lots of operators running and managing companies for us. And I kind of like to hear their high level, quick snapshot of the week, the success. So the reason is like, hey, I want to make 75 grand this week for the company. Cool. Next week, 75 grand. Cool. But I only know they're making 42 or 58. On the third or fourth time, I'm going to ask them like, yo, where did these numbers come from? Why aren't we hitting them? How do we hit them? Right? I'm asking different questions. And then that's how we start pinpointing that 99% of the time we're failing on the sales side. We have the best products. We have the best features. We have the best outcomes. We have the best testimonials. Cool. But no one knows about them. So then we're going to switch the actions. We're going to switch some KPIs. We're going to say, cool, next week's email, I want to know how many social posts you did, how many videos you uploaded to YouTube, how many emails you sent to the database, how many sales conversations did you have, how many conversions did you have. We're going to focus on the actions to get the desired outcome. It sounds crazy. It's this easy. And that, my friend, is why you need the time audit. It changes. We have different seasons. Maybe you just had a kid. Maybe you're single. Maybe you're a night owl. I'm a morning person. That's okay. How are you communicating with the team? Most importantly, what the fuck are you talking about when you're talking? What is the objective? What's the agenda? What's the timeline of the call? Why are all your calls an hour long? By the way, when I have a sales guy and he's like, dude, I had a great call. I talked to Jim for an hour and 20 minutes. Okay. About what? No, man, like he's got a lot going on. Okay. About what? No, man, seriously, like, I'm going to follow up with him next week. Okay. About what? See, when calls go over a half hour max, there's red alarms going off everywhere. Like, we're not there to be your fucking pen power buddy on the phone. We're there to conversate, to help. I can't help you if you're just lying to me, talking about all the great shit you got going on. I want to know the dirt. I want to know where you're struggling. I want to know what the real truth is, motherfucker. That's how I can help you. That's the only way. I can't help someone say, man, I got it all figured out. I'm crushing life and business. My wife loves me. My kids love me. I don't really do anything. I read the 4-hour work week, and that's all I really work is about 4 hours a week. Okay, so why are we talking then, Jeff? Well, man, I was just calling to see what you're doing over there. Well, we're doing lots more than what you just mentioned, so we're probably not a good fit. Well, I'm not saying that. It's like, well, that's what you just fucking said. See, the thing is you have to understand how to qualify who your target market is and know what the fuck you're talking about so you can help people. I know I want to be friends with everyone, but I ain't got time. And none of that, what is a friend? Is a friend just be there to listen to you talk and lie and talk bullshit? Or is a real friend going to say, yo, dude, do you ever shut the fuck up and learn and grow? Because you've been at $7,000 a month for the last 9 months. You keep telling me you want to get to 25, but you have a fucking excuse every single time I talk to you why you're not hitting that number. Are we talking straight? Or are we fucking just Mickey Mousing around, homie? And then it all comes out. Well, dude, you're being a dick. Okay, cool. Do you want to hit 25K a month or not? Because we have to change this bullshit up that you're doing. If you do, if you're happy with 7K, cool. I'm not. You are. Right? These are things we need to identify. Pay attention to who you're talking to, what you're talking about, and if you even fucking need to talk about it. I don't need more ideas. I don't need to hear about what you got going on in your day. I don't give a fuck because you don't care about me. We all got stuff going on, right? Our time is our most valuable asset. You know it and I know it. And yet people are fucking throwing this shit like it's going out, like it's free, like it's forever. Drive down the road, take $10,000 in cash and $100 bills or $1 bills, whatever you want, and just fucking chuck it out the window every mile. Chuck it out. Because that's what you're doing with your time. You're treating it like that. And that's why you ain't got money. I'm talking real money. Our time is the most valuable thing. I want to spend it very structured. I have 5 hours a week, structured calls with my teams. They come with the data. I come with insights based off of the data. We have a saying in our company, data, not drama, period. Not, well, you don't I don't need to fucking understand. You understand data, not drama, right? Come with data. I can solve with data. Execution, right? I'm going to automate, eliminate, or delegate. I have a tendency to get caught up on all the shit just like you do. But when I'm hunkered down and I'm like, dude, it's just not working. My next thought is, what's not working? Well, I'm not making sales. What am I doing to make sales is my next question. Because what happens when shit starts hitting the fan, you start hunkering down on things and benefits and all that stuff. You forget to make sales. I'm talking the truth to you because I just experienced it myself. I'm just in a fortunate position where my teams make sales every day. It's just I'm talking to people just to talk to people, solving little problems that could be solved by other people. Get real serious with this. Audit your time regularly. Pay attention over the next 7 days. What are you going to do? Like today is, let's say today's Sunday. It's not, but let's say today's Sunday. At night, Sunday at 5 or 6 p.m., or 7 p.m. or whatever, sit down and like draw out a structure of your following week, your coming week. Monday, 3 things. Tuesday, 3 things, etc. Get a plan. And if it's not aligned with your plan, you fucking eliminate. I ain't got time for you, homie. I'm focused. Right? Right? 'Cause sometimes the days feel like it controls you. Or do you control the days? I'm controlling my day. I don't want to just go where the wind blows. There's a certain time and place for that. When I'm hanging out with the kiddos and I'm just massively present, we're just chilling and hanging. Dad, I want to play football. Cool, let's go play football. Dad, I want to jump trampoline. Cool, let's go jump trampoline. Dad, I want ice cream. Cool, let's go get ice cream. That's different. I'm talking business. And business to me is life. The way I've structured it, my lifestyle versus my company and back, like, you got to set these rules up. If not, you are going to be overwhelmed. You're going to be frustrated. You're going to be you're never going to be maximized anything. The world's just going to toss shit at you. It's hunker down time. That's the season we're all in right now. Hunker down. Get real fucking dialed in. Know your value. Know your efforts, where they're at, where they're going, what they're going towards. Eliminate and cut anything that's not serving you. It's going to be hard on some of these decisions. I get it. But you know what's hard? Waking up a year from now in the same exact place, minus 365 days of your life. We don't want that. I know you don't want that. So that's what you're going to do something about it, right? If this show in any way, shape, or form has helped you, please share it on social media. Please share it in your email list. Please share it anywhere you can, because I believe this message is so timely. I literally moved 2 things out of my schedule today and pushed them up so I could talk about this, because I just got off the phone with that guy. It's exactly what I was going to talk about anyways. It just hitting different because it was a real case study that I just experienced. I want you to know it's your time to elevate. I can't do it for you, my friend. I want to meet you on the other side. I want to meet you at the top of the mountain, because we got more mountains to climb together. But I can't do it if you're wasting your fucking time talking to dipshits 24/7, not accomplishing your goals. The guys I'm rolling with and the teams I'm building, we're going towards a new level every day. Push, push, push. Before you know it, we're laughing about this, but listen, in a good way. But trust me, this is something you have to be conscious of every single day, every single week, once a month, depending on how distracted you are. This is something you might want to hunker down once a day for 5-10 minutes. Get real clear on what's going on. What's crazy about this? This is why the less you do, the more you can make. It's not less work. It's less bullshit. Focused work. Big results. Me talking to 1,000 people is way more productive than me talking one-on-one, one-to-many, right? So if I have an hour in a day and I'm limited, do you think it makes more sense for me to meet someone for lunch for an hour, one-on-one? Or does it make more sense to do a podcast show and talk to thousands of people? I only got 1 hour. But man, that guy's a really nice dude. Cool. I'm a really nice dude too. But if he can bring 1,000 people to lunch, I'm in. But I can't, I'm in the game to win the game. I'm not here just fucking tiptoeing around on the field playing and waving to the crowd. I want the prize. I want the package. I want the bag. I want you to have the same. So with that said, keep me posted on the journey. Follow me at Mark Evans DM on social media and let me know how the show hit. Send me a message ASAP. So with that said, make the day count.
I'm Mark Evans DM. I'm here to help and teach them what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question Mark Evans when he step in the door. He's closing deals. It's time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the school with a 1.8. They should've held me back. I hope my principals and teachers are alive just to witness this. I'm my own boss, I'm out here running 2-8-figure businesses. I can walk away from it all and I'll be good, but I've been called to help people just like y'all learn the game. It's time to ball. Everybody chasing the money, but I'm not chasing the money. I'm out here chasing the purpose, so I've been working my whole life. What got us where we at isn't gonna get us where we wanna go. So it's time to push, time to learn, time to grow. I'm Mark Evans DM. I'm here to help and teach them what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question Mark Evans when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. It's time to get over to the DM project. I'm Mark Evans DM. Deal maker. Deal maker. Deal maker. Deal maker. Deal maker. DM project.
This is thepodcastfactory.com.